Narrated by Yala bin Umayyah. I fought in Jaysh al-Yusra, Ghazwa of Tabuk, along with the Prophet peace be upon him, and, in my opinion, that was the best of my deeds. Then I had an employee, who quarreled with someone, and one of them bit and cut the other's finger, and caused his own tooth to fall out. He then went to the Prophet, with a complaint, but the Prophet peace be upon him cancelled the suit and said to the complainant, "Did you expect him to let his finger in your mouth so that you might snap and cut it, as does a stallion camel?" Narrated Ibn Jurayj from Abdullah bin Abu Malaika from his grandfather, a similar story, a man bit the hand of another man, and caused his own tooth to fall out, but Abu Bakr judged that he had no right for compensation, for the broken tooth. Narrated by Ubay bin Ka'b. Allah's Messenger peace be upon him said, both of them, Moses and Al-Qidr, proceeded until they reached a wall which was about to fall. Sa'id said, Al-Qidr pointed, with his hands, towards the wall, and then raised his hands and the wall became straightened up. Yala said, I think Sa'id said, he, Qadr, passed his hand over it and it was straightened up. Moses said to him, if you had wanted, you could have taken wages for it. Sa'id said, wages with which to buy food. Narrated by Ibn Umar. The Prophet peace be upon him said, your example and the example of the people of the two scriptures, i.e. Jews and Christians, is like the example of a man, who employed some laborers and asked them, who will work for me from morning, till midday for 1 qirat? The Jews accepted and carried out the work. He then asked, who will work for me from midday up to the Asr prayer for 1 qirat? The Christians accepted and fulfilled the work. He then said, who will work for me from the Asr till sunset for 2 qirats? You, Muslims, have accepted the offer. The Jews and the Christians got angry and said, why should we work more and get lesser wages? Allah said, have I withheld part of your right? They replied in the negative. He said, it is my blessing, I bestow upon whomever I wish. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar bin al-Khattab. Allah's Messenger peace be upon him said, your example and the example of Jews and Christians is like the example of a man, who employed some laborers to whom he said, who will work for me up to midday for 1 qirat each? The Jews carried out the work for 1 qirat each, and then the Christians carried out the work up to the Asr prayer for 1 qirat each, and now you Muslims are working from the Asr prayer up to sunset for 2 qirats each. The Jews and Christians got angry and said, we work more and are paid less. The employer, Allah, asked them, have I usurped some of your right? They replied in the negative. He said, that is my blessing, I bestow upon whomever I wish. Narrated by Abu Huraira. The Prophet peace be upon him said, Allah said, I will be an opponent to 3 types of people on the day of resurrection. 1. One who makes a covenant in my name, but proves treacherous. 2. One who sells a free person and eats his price. And 3. One who employs a laborer and takes full work from him but does not pay him for his labor.